And welcome to ThisDay, everybody. I'm Michael Taylor. It is Saturday, April 5th, and here I am at the desk, as always, on a Saturday. Welcome to the program. You know, I was at my house the other day, and we were doing some painting and things like that, and the sky, I have three skylights way up in like the 20-foot vaulted ceilings things, and one of them had a big old gap in it, and we just kind of realized that, and the air is getting in and out, and there was a wasp nest up there, and so looks like I might be having to replace my windows here soon. I say that all to say this: on our show today from Window Jazz, we have Annette Rodriguez-Gosling. I'm going to talk to her about what do we do to replace our windows, some of the tax credits that are available, and all that kind of fun stuff. We'll be talking to that as well. And then ceramic slip casting, Karen Klasky is going to be here talking about how you can join the club and make some really incredible dishes, molds, and other things by joining the slip casting club. We want to keep you updated and informed, and stay informed is an important one about the village IDs. Always make sure you are carrying your village ID card wherever you go to a GRF event or facilities, including fitness centers and table tennis rooms and all that kind of stuff. Helps everybody make sure that you're supposed to be there instead of maybe just a visitor or someone just wandering through. Those IDs are important. And of course, remember, gate 12, you're always required to show your ID over at gate 12 when you're trying to get in over there. If you have a challenge or an issue with your ID, if you've lost it or somebody else maybe took it, it was stolen, whatever it might be, make sure you contact security services and personnel immediately to make sure you get your ID back. 949-580-1400 is the number on the screen if you have any questions about your village ID. Let's take a quick check of our weather, and we got some wonderful temperatures for today and the rest of the weekend and into next week. A little sneak ahead. Look at that. Look at Wednesday real quick. 69 degrees, close to 70 today, and then tomorrow mid-70s for us here in Laguna Woods. And then we taper off a little bit, but then it warms right back up on Wednesday, up to 80 degrees on Wednesday. So very spring-like temperatures finally in the forecast, with mostly sunny pretty much across the board except for Monday. So we're going to have some really sunny skies, wonderful temperatures, great spring-like weather, as we always count on this time of year here in Southern California. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset. Out there in Phoenix, Arizona, they got some warm temperatures as well, probably a little warmer than us right now. This is a shot from Phoenix. Thank you, Diane Strobel, for sending this one in to us. Sunrise this morning was 6:32. Sunset tonight is going to be 7:14 p.m. If you have a picture you'd like to send us, a beautiful sunrise, sunset, whether on your vacation or right here in Laguna Woods, we'd love to see it. Also, pictures of your pets. We haven't had any really good pet pictures for a while, so I'm challenging you now. Send a great picture of your cat, picture of your dog, something like that. We'd love to use it. Go ahead and email us those photos, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com, and make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be solving some of my window problems with the folks from Window Jazz. Stay tuned. And welcome back to ThisDay. We want to welcome from Window Jazz, Annette Rodriguez-Gosling. Thank you for joining us, as always.
Thank you for having me back.
So, people, you've been on before, but tell us about Window Jazz for folks who haven't seen you or haven't seen one of our segments before. Tell us about Window Jazz. What do you guys do?
Window Jazz offers window and door replacement. Energy efficient window and door replacement, along with window treatments when you're done with your windows. We service Laguna Woods, but basically Southern California. We make the windows and install them.
Mm-hmm. Now, how do I know, like I happen, unless I see a giant gap in my window, which I actually have one of my windows that we're going to get repaired.
Work on that.
But how do I know if my windows are energy efficient? Can I tell just by looking at them, or if they're really old, I just know they're not?
The older windows are the single pane.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll know that they're the older windows, 60 years old, the original windows here in Laguna Woods, original pane. The energy efficient are the dual pane, and that
Okay.
started a while back where different levels of the low E. So it started at the first low E, then low E1, low E2. We are now at the low E3 stage.
Okay. And can it really make a difference in terms of the heat and air conditioning savings in terms of those windows?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because those original, like you said, the original ones are just one little window and it kind of just comes through. Maybe the seals aren't as great and everything like that.
Right. So these are dual pane, and they have an argon fill, and this is your energy efficiency, which helps bounce the heat and the cold away to keep
okay.
your indoor climate comfortable.
Okay, keeps everything kind of right at that good level. All right. Well, want to talk a little bit about the tax credits that are out there, right? How people can save money on these new energy efficient windows and doors.
Well, that's right. First, we have our residents that we've talked about the windows and doors. Then we've talked about the window treatments. Now this is a perfect time during tax season that we want to share with our residents and talk about the tax credits that you can receive on the energy efficient products.
Okay.
So anyone looking to replace your windows and doors, you can gain significant savings by filling out these documents for your tax credits.
Okay.
So here's how it works. So if you make qualified energy efficient improvements on your home, you may qualify for a maximum tax credit up to $1,200 per year through 2032. In other words, you can make improvements every year and qualify over and over again for a $1,200 credit for the next 7 years. This may include windows, doors, HVAC, insulation, water heaters, much, much more. With windows and doors, you can receive a 30% credit of the total purchase price of energy efficient windows up to $600 a year. You then get $250 credit for a first door and a $250 credit for a second door for a total of $500. That's a maximum annual credit of $1,100 for replacement windows and doors. It's important to note that the credit is for the materials, not the labor. At Window Jazz, we provide quotes that separate the totals of materials from labor. So make sure the window installer you're choosing does that for you. The best thing about this tax credit is that credits have no lifetime dollar limits. Homeowners can claim the maximum annual credit every year that eligible improvements are made through 2032. There are requirements for the doors and windows to qualify. Not every window and door will meet the Title 24. We meet all Title 24 standards. Most people are aware of Energy Star. You can learn more about the criteria for qualifying for energy efficient windows at energystar.gov, or go to irs.gov, click on the credits and deductions, then clean vehicle and energy credits, then home energy. Don't be alarmed. All this information is on my website.
Good to know.
In a nutshell, the U factor must be 0.30 or less than the solar heat gain coefficient, must be 0.23 or less. The U factor is a measure of how well a window resists heat flow, with a lower U factor indicating better insulation and energy efficiency. Solar heat gain coefficient measures how much of the sun's heat passes through a window, with a higher solar heat gain indicating more heat transmission and a lower solar heat gain indicating better heat blocking. Energy efficient window replacements not only benefit homeowners financially, but also contribute to a greener future. By reducing energy consumption, eco-friendly upgrades help to mitigate greenhouse gas emissions and minimize the home's overall environmental impact. Also, upgrading to energy efficient windows can significantly enhance a property's value, making it more curb appealing and attractive to potential buyers. Homeowners can enjoy both immediate tax savings and long-term investment benefits.
There you go. Now that is a lot of information for folks to take in. So when they come into your office, you kind of walk folks through that, and here's how we can help you make sure you're getting the maximum in terms of your returns, your credits on your taxes and that kind of thing. I mean, it is tax season's right around the corner.
So a small disclaimer, we are not tax professionals.
Right. That's an important note. That is an important note.
We clearly want to help our residents, and we're providing this information to help them get as much of a savings that they can every year.
Right. So they can take that invoice that you've separated out the labor versus the materials and that kind of thing, and they can take that to their tax attorney, and they can say, hey, they said that, how about this, and does this apply? And that's who you really go to for that bottom line information.
That's exactly right. So when we're done with our installation, we provide the document, we provide an IRS tax sheet, all this is on my website, an IRS fact sheet, a care and maintenance form, and the little link of where to go to get their tax credits. So we provide the information to them. It's up to them to go and research and apply for it themselves.
Absolutely. Now, right now, you guys are actually running a special for folks in Laguna Woods Village?
Yes.
Okay, what's that all about? Tell me about that.
So again, because it's tax season, we want to try to see what we can do for our residents and give them as much of a discount that we can.
Okay, that's fantastic. Now, not only is it efficient windows in terms of the heat and the air conditioning and that kind of thing, keeping that kind, but I imagine the double pane and that kind of is also almost a little bit of a soundproofing help too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a measurement thing? Is that something you can actually ask for, or is that just it's a natural?
It comes with it. It comes with it. So part of it is, you get the energy efficiency factor, and then you have the noise reduction, and you can definitely tell the difference. It's up to 75% noise reduction.
And what's the feedback you get from folks who you get done installs with in terms of like the energy efficiency, the sound, and the quality of the windows?
Funny you should ask that. We have some clients. I've had some clients with larger homes, and of course the two-story homes, and you know how heat rises.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They have mentioned to us that their automatic air conditioning would go on at 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning before they got the windows. And now they're finding that it doesn't kick on till 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon. So right there, they're getting the savings from their heat.
Right, and that's hard to quantify, but I'm sure they see that on their bills. Like these windows can pay for themselves
through time. They'll pay for themselves, but
really,
this tax credit will help them get it yearly.
There you go, and that's for the lifetime of the window. That works that way too, huh?
Well, right. The lifetime of the window, we offer the lifetime warranty, but this tax credit will be up to a certain amount based on your value of your upgrade.
There you go. It is tax season. Make sure you get that checked out with the folks there as well. Annette Rodriguez-Goslin from Window Jazz, excuse me. I'm a little tongue-tied right now. Thank you so much for joining us and letting us have a window into that world. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Annette, owner of Window Jazz. We're here in Laguna Woods, replacing old windows with new, energy-efficient, state-of-the-art products. We're here with our installation team, upgrading old windows to make this property feel new and beautiful. New replacement windows and doors will make a major impact on the appearance of this home. They'll increase the property value and save homeowners money by reducing energy costs while providing a comfortable indoor climate. Let Window Jazz do the same for you. Call us today for a free consultation.
Seen rain, I've seen the sunny days that I thought. Too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Seniors fear running out of money more than death itself, and the #1 mistake you can make is underestimating volatility, which can derail your retirement. For 35 years now, I've coached seniors to financial independence by using 2 simple rules. never take big losses, and create income along the way. It's your financial future. Call now to get a free risk analysis to ensure your investments are protected, and we'll send you our Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
As we get older, sometimes we need a little extra care. We can stay independent and in our own homes with the right care. Care to eat our favorite meal. Care to look our best. Care to stay active. Care to look after our pets. Find personalized in-home care at AmericareBeachCities.com.
Time to talk about the art of making decorative ceramics, and nobody better than that than Carol Glaske from the Ceramic Slip Casting Club. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So when did you start with slip casting? When did you start enjoying this kind of art form?
I was taking people around to show us their wonderful stuff in Laguna Woods because we had just moved here, and we happened to go to Clubhouse 4, stopped in at the slip casting studio, met a neighbor who I didn't even know was, doing the stuff. She got me hooked, and that was 14 years ago, and I am so hooked.
You've been there ever since.
Yeah.
Now, slip casting is a different form of ceramics than something on a wheel that people form, the kind of the traditional thing we've all maybe seen before in movies or something like that. So tell us the difference between that and slip casting, which is what you guys are doing.
Slip casting starts with liquid clay, and we pour it into a special type of plaster of Paris mold. And after a little while, it forms skin. We dump it out, and then we let it harden. It goes through some firing processes. We can paint it. When we say paint, it's not really paint. It's colored clay that we put on it, and we glaze it. And everyone is really using slip casting pieces all the time because your cup, dishes, pitchers, anything, creamers, things like that, those are all really slip cast. They're commercial slip cast.
My ceramic cup right there was slip cast at one point.
Absolutely. It started out with liquid clay.
It's amazing. And so what do you think is the thing you enjoy most about doing this work and kind of like making these forms that you've made here?
There's two things, and they're really equal. The creativity and the fact that I could do something that I really never thought I could. And even though it looks complicated when it's finished, the steps are really quite easy. And the other thing, and probably the even most important thing, is the camaraderie. Because everyone is so helpful and up, and it's like a Zen time. You can just go in there and put everything else of the worries aside.
Right, it's that kind of community space where you're working on your art and other people are around, so you have this sense of community, but you're also involved in your own piece. If I was making my, decorating my cup or whatever I might be doing, I'm there in that moment of doing that.
Absolutely, and it's really nice.
And you also come away with some practical things. You can make bowls and dishes and plates. So it's not just art that you can enjoy on a wall or see, in a gallery. You can bring these things home, right?
Many things are very usable, and some things we do just for decoration also. I tend to make things mainly for use, but also they're decorative. But occasionally I'll make just a decorative piece where I can hang it on a wall, or I have several pieces in the patio, in the garden.
All right, well, let's see some of these pieces. Let's hold some of these up. These are some nice works here.
This is a plate, and it just it started out just as a plain white plate, and after different firings and different pieces and coloring, it ended up, I think, pretty nice. I was very happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And one of the things, you're never quite sure how it's going to come out until the final firing. So when that comes out, it's like, yes, okay, good.
We got a turtle here.
This little guy is actually a box.
Okay.
So you can put little goodies in it, little pieces of jewelry or whatever you wanted. And this was lots and lots of fun.
That seems like a good one for the grandkids too.
Oh, we have so many
I bet you make
things
a lot
for
of
the grandkids.
You make a lot of presents, I'm guessing.
Lots of presents. In fact,
Grandma has Easter presents for us.
I have 6 great-grandchildren. At the time that I was making the presents, I had 5 because one just came. And each one of them has their own very personalized pumpkin with their name actually carved into the pumpkin.
See, that's pretty
And
neat.
that's so Halloween is going to be Remember Grandma.
And that's one of those things that can be really cherished and you can have that for years and years.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so. And then this piece is also usable. It's a vase, but it has all different kinds of techniques on it. And
Yeah,
stuff.
and it almost has like an ancient pottery kind of feel to it because you have the jagged opening like that, like
Right.
it's some sort of antique kind of thing going
Correct.
on there.
And there's all different ways of doing that, and they're really quite simple to do.
Okay, did you paint those flowers on there, or was that a part of a
The
stencil?
the black is a stencil.
Okay, I was gonna
But
say
the
that's
colors,
amazing.
the colors are not the stencil.
Terrific.
Okay, so I put the colors in, but we have these stencils that they're called transfers, and we
Okay.
transfer them over, and then
And then you can
fill
add
them
your
in.
own flair to it, whatever the colors,
absolutely.
and maybe add a little.
Correct, yeah, because I can't draw.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Do you need to be an artist to be able to
no.
do this?
No.
Okay.
I was a teacher for many years. I used an overhead projector, and my students used to laugh at my stick figures.
How dare they? Okay, if someone wants to get into this and kind of do an intro class or something
Right.
like that, are there emeritus classes, or do you guys hold your own classes,
We
or a little bit
have
of both?
emeritus classes. We have, there's four emeritus classes.
Okay.
However, we also teach we have classes for residents. I'm actually been teaching them for the last 3-4 years now.
Okay.
And we have somebody else that's going to kind of step in and not take over, but we're going to share the spot of teaching. And it's free to the residents. All we ask is that they have to buy a starter kit, which at the moment is $65. Of course, with prices, we're never quite sure what it's going to
Right.
be. But it's definitely not a huge investment. And we teach an 8-week course, and it's intensive. And by the time they're finished, hopefully they're loving it. And we've had some wonderful success.
Well, that's terrific. And if someone decides, hey, I'm really enjoying the class, I think I might maybe become a club member. Is it free, or is there a fee? Because I imagine the
we
clay.
charge,
and, yeah,
we charge
there's
a whole $15.
A whole
for an annual
$15.
class.
God,
Yes.
I don't have that kind of money on me. I have to go to the bank.
And with that, you get, of course, the perks. We have general meetings every other month, in which we usually have a lovely breakfast and lots of camaraderie. Find out all the things that are new, and we also have demonstrations. We usually have one a month.
Okay.
And we have our experts come in and
Oh,
demonstrate.
we have
and-
some folks outside, maybe?
They do that. Yeah, we
Okay.
have outside folks. We have people who are really good at a particular type of technique, and other people want to learn it. In fact, we're having a demo this afternoon. So too late for this, but but next month we'll have one,
Right.
and the month after that.
Right.
So it's really, really nice.
And you have a paint-a-piece coming up on the
Yes.
26th of April we want to talk about.
Yes, we did this for the very first time last fall. It was a huge success. We have people, what we do is we get bisque, which is already a piece that's been fired. It's white. So imagine your cup just plain white without any glaze or anything on it. And we have, I think there's like 10 pieces or so to choose from this time. And for $25, they can come in, do that. We'll provide all the paints, all the brushes, all that stuff, and then we'll finish it up, fire it for them, and they'll have their lovely piece finished.
Okay.
And it's been very successful. This
that's
is going
gonna
to
be
be on April 26th,
Saturday,
which
April
is a
26th.
Saturday. We're going to have 2 sessions.
And it'll be at the usual clubhouse where you guys do the
It's going to be
casting?
right in the studio. We need to do it in the studio. And so please,
And what are
these
the
are going to
times?
be around. There's 2 sessions. One is 10 to 12:30. The second session is 1:30 to 4. And that's more than enough time to have a great time doing it.
What would you say you're best at, and what you've discovered you're best at in doing this, or what would you say is like, this is the part I really am discovered I'm good at in this little world? Because I imagine a lot of people they discover their own little niches in that. I really enjoy this, or I really am good at this part.
I'm surprised each time, truthfully, because I try new things. I'm not afraid to try new things.
Okay.
I've been taking emeritus classes for quite a while, and even though I know the steps and everything, I'm always learning something new, and we learn from each other. So I think that's the best part of it all, is just you're constantly learning something new.
For anybody who's afraid to try new things,
don't
not
be
like
afraid.
you, should they come out and give it a shot?
Oh,
It's a
absolutely.
supportive community,
It's
right?
a very supportive community, and like I say, especially with the resident classes, we have lots of help for you. First week, of course, is always kind of jittery because it's a new idea and everybody, starts with a new thing. But by the time the second, third week, everybody is loving it, and by the 8th week, we have lots of new people coming in on a regular basis
There we
at that
go.
point.
All right, Karen Glaske from the Ceramic Slip Casting Club.
Right.
Thanks for joining us. Folks, go to their website, find out more information about their upcoming events, how you can become involved. Sounds like a fun time for everybody. Thanks for joining us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Technology is always moving forward, and sometimes we need to move with it. If you're a resident of Laguna Woods Village still using a ComLine or FEA email address, it might be time to make the switch. Services like Gmail offer more flexibility and convenience. Access your emails anytime, anywhere, whether you're on your phone, laptop, or tablet. Stay connected no matter where life takes you. Make the switch today and keep your inbox at your fingertips.
Welcome to Providence, where advanced medicine meets compassionate care. Experience the unwavering dedication of our healthcare teams as they use groundbreaking treatments and innovative technology to help you live your best life. Our nationally recognized doctors, specialists, nurses, and caregivers are committed to supporting every step of your journey. So advanced, so compassionate, so Providence.
And welcome back. We got our Saturday movie for you, and it's a good one. If you're outdoors having some fun today, make sure you get inside at least at 2 o'clock or at 6 o'clock and watch Life is Beautiful. It's brought to us by Providence Mission Hospital. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. with subtitles because it is a foreign language film. It is Life is Beautiful from 1997, starring Roberto Benigni. When an open-minded Jewish waiter and his son become victims of the Holocaust, he uses a perfect mixture of will, humor, and imagination to protect his son's innocence from the dangers around the camp. Great themes of innocence and fantasy in this film. It's really a beautiful movie, like the title tells you, and you're going to want to watch that one. Let's take a quick check of our weather before we head out. And we got a great day today. We got some great days on tap, really, for the rest of the weekend and into next week. Today's going to be close to 70 degrees here in Laguna Woods, and then 76 degrees is going to be our high tomorrow. Taper off on the temperatures, a little cooler, but still in the 70s. And then on Wednesday, 80 degrees. Wow, where summer's knocking on the door already. There we go. Monday on the program, we're going to have an update from the library, as well as Community Bridge Builders going to be here talking about some events they have coming up. So make sure to stay tuned for that one. Bree will be in as well, hosting the program. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.